Guys. All right, let's take a look at the market today. Let's look at Dixie. How does Dixie look so far? Dixie's doing exactly what I thought it was doing. Bullish here. Okay. The SPX here. Bearish. Very bearish. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I thought it would go here. Sell kind of already happened here. At what time? 7 a.m. I think it is going to pull back, and we're going to see an additional sell here, for sure. Extension to the downside, at least to 1.27 or 1.414. Short position here. Right there. This is what I'm looking at. For SPX. I'm looking for shorts on NAS. Thing is super bearish. Ridiculously bearish, actually. Probably looking at this here. External structure. Very low. This is what I'm looking at. Hmm. Gold looks like a buy. It's just been messing around though. That's what I don't like about gold. It looks like it's finally mitigated here though. I just don't like gold has been playing around here. I was in some buys. I was up like 2 grand the other day on some gold buys. It's just the problem with gold right now is it hasn't broken out of the range at all. So if I buy this, it's like there's no clear I could buy the order flow, try to aim something like that here, but I mean this is like a high risk trade. It's something I'd feel comfortable, not even on the 4-hour, maybe on the 3-hour looks okay, 2-hour looks okay, 1-hour looks okay for a scalp to this high here, to this internal structure sell. I might take this as a sell. I mean, as a buy real quick. There's no directional bias here, so because of that, it's just a little bit like sketchy. Not gonna lie to you guys, very sketchy. I mean, a lot of this could also be like Elliott wave. At Elliott wave, like, you see that? 1, 2, 3, X, A, B, C pattern. Extend to the upside. I'm in buys. I just got in some buys, small buys. Let's see what happens. Very tight stop loss. I'm not gonna have a very, how do I say it, like large stop loss. I'm gonna have a very tight one. Just because it's like at the end of the day, like I see gold here, but it's just been so volatile here. I even had a buy here yesterday and everything went great and then it turned around, which sucked. Things were great and then it turned around. I think it's just stopping people out and getting liquidity here for the downside. So, I mean, I'm going to buy maybe more at 10 a.m. I'll see what happens. Let's look at news here. Again, I'm going very low risk here because it's not one of the trades I usually take. Usually I'm very confident if we have a break of the Asian range. There's no break of the Asian range here today. It's only just trading downward of the range, right? So because of that, not as confident. Let's see what else would I know. Oh, we have Joe's job openings at 10 a.m. That will move gold. For my advice for most people is just wait for gold. 925. It's actually supposed to come out better than expected. So what does that mean? That means if the news is better than expected, gold is gonna move downward here. It's gonna make a new lower low. If it's worse than expected, then gold's gonna rally. So if this number comes out worse than expected, forecast is 7.25. If it comes out worse than that, then we're gonna see a massive rally in gold. If it's better, we're gonna see it affect markets bearish. I heard silver dropped yesterday, another crazy number. Was this yesterday, silver? 17%, 13% in like a day. That's what they're saying. A lot of this is going to be like a waiting game. Yeah, I'm in buys, guys, so I'm just waiting. In buys. Currently in profits. USD CAD went almost all the way from our call out here. Might change my bias here on CAD. After that mitigation, it's going to sell off. I'm not even looking at GU right now. You're going to get a lot of external buying pressure here. Probably slow things down. A lot of this is mitigated. I would resell here. Yeah, I'd resell right here, guys. Right around this zone. I just don't believe structure is going to come back to that roadblock handle here. I would love to see structure come back here. I just don't see structure coming back to this roadblock area. Try to look for a Forex pair, like a buy or something. I mean, USD CAD was a good setup I gave out yesterday. Yeah, USD CAD was great. It's just depending on how news comes out, I don't want to get in this either. GU's for sure a sell. AU looks bullish here. No breakout to the upside though. So this isn't really like E looks bearish. It does not look bullish at all. Let's see USD JPY. USD CAD ranging. So USD CAD is ranging. USD JPY looks like it's ranging. Swipe liquidities on both the upside and downside. GU was for sure a sell. That's 6-7 a.m. time. AU is ranging. Euro. Swipe a liquidity to the upside and downside. So I wouldn't even really trade that. Both of those things happen. That's just interesting. Damn, crypto is at 69K. That is wild. Wow. This was a break of structure on the daily. Yeah, I see structure coming down here. 69 is the psychological level. A full extension here. We should expect it to come down to it closes below 60,000. Bitcoin's gonna be at $60,000 a coin. It's insane. It's down literally 50%. Yeah, this thing is gonna free fall. This is gonna free fall all the way to 61K. Bull run is over. The bull run is most likely over, guys. This thing is gonna break up. You're gonna want to see another sell here. If price comes back up, external sell. What I could see happen is this. Price makes it down here. We see an extension, like a pullback. Solid pullback. And some people are going to get mad at me for this, especially the crypto bros. But then I see price most likely coming back here. I see Bitcoin coming to 40K. You want a nice big short? There's your big short. I called Bitcoin at 77K back here at 115. You know, it took a while. Called the re-entry sell here, but I predicted a 40% drop on Bitcoin, and right now I'm going to predict another probably like 40% drop. This isn't the only drop that's going to happen with this thing. It's going to short pretty badly. And you know, it's actually pretty, I don't know how people like wouldn't think this would happen either. You know, SPX isn't creating any all-time highs. Actually, SPX looks very bearish. This is actually very bad for the US economy. SPX should be bullish here. We haven't seen any bullish movement since January here, which is bad. We're actually, from January 1st with SPX, we haven't seen any growth. We're actually negative, which is terrible. And that is the, I would say, that is the result of us potentially not cutting more rates and us being a little bit more like on the pausing side of rates here, you know, not seeing maybe a rate cut till June, you know. So because of that, it's not good, you know. Take a look at gold here one more time. Yeah, it's really doing nothing. If this thing doesn't start to move here, the next, let's see the news here. See how volatile this is going to react to the news. Jones job openings worse than expected. So this is actually bullish for gold and bearish for SPX and NOS. All right, there we go. Sell off. Yep. What happened? Wow, it retraced and sold off. 945 came within 5. How many pips? My entry here. About 150 points for my entry, and then bang, sell off. To the downside about 270. Yeah, so we predicted this pretty nicely. It's gonna sell off even harder. This thing's gonna go all the way down. This is actually bad for the US economy. It's bad for Bitcoin. It's bad for a lot of things. And the overall larger spectrum here, me looking at NOS doing this and breaking structure, if we have a close today, I think we had a close yesterday. I'm not going to be too worried about NOS having a crazy turnaround, but us being down on NOS here around a solid even today, 6-7% is pretty crazy on the US economy standpoint. You know, last time we had a drop like that in October, it was pretty bad, 9-10%. Now, if we do break this structural zone, I could predict the US would be headed to some type of recession. Now, don't quote me on that, but there's a real possibility. NOS could turn around from here and we could start seeing all-time highs again. But what worries me a little bit is about SPX. Notice that the impulse moves on SPX, okay, were very large, and now the impulse moves look bearish. Looks like we're going to have a large turnaround here. Pullback for an extension to the upside here. So I don't know when that pullback would come. If we do have a pullback, it would pull us back here for sure. And then it moved to the upside, but we called everything here very bearish on SPX. This is actually very bullish for gold. Gold decides to move today. If not, we'll see what happens, guys. But other than that, USD CAD's not really doing much. A little bit slow on markets other than indices. Everything is a little bit slower today, guys, but Bitcoin's for sure a sell. Even worse with that news here. But other than that, guys, I gave out, you know, obviously NOS and SPX, and then gold here. We'll see what happens with gold. Very tight stop loss. I'm not very confident in gold. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't like gold that much, to be honest. And if it doesn't start moving here in the next hour or so, I'm going to be out here. So the only reason why I'm in is because usually you have that 10 a.m. reversal and we're at the bottom of the Asian range, but it's not really doing anything. So other than that, guys, I appreciate y'all, love y'all, and I will talk to y'all soon. Have a good one, guys. Peace.